Happy Saturday, foodie friends and grain-free VIPs, and welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode. We are going to start with the song that you hear on your birthdays. This is the song that your friends and your family members sing to you, whether they know it or not. It goes like this. It's your birthday, it's true. There's no cake for you. Eat your protein and veggies and watch us eat cake. Now you can cry. Yeah. Whether they know the words or not, that is the song that they sing. And some people will say, we don't know what to make for you. Okay, this is where we change all that, because today's topic is, if I'm not using grains and I'm not using top allergens, what the heck can I use to get food? Now, if you are here live with me, please say hello in the chat. And if you are catching this on replay, please use hashtag replay so that I can reach out and say thank you for being here with me every weekend. I need visual aids. I can't talk to you for an hour. I don't want to do that anyway, but I can't talk to you about food without showing you that you're going to get real food. So first, let's look at the food. Okay, now this is some sandwich bread that I have been making. I keep it in my bread box. And this sandwich bread has no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no eggs, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legumes, no nightshade, no active yeast. And it's bread. It looks like bread. It tastes like bread. I keep it in the refrigerator to maximize shelf life. I'm going to toast a slice. And a couple weeks ago, I made some homemade butter. Because we can't do dairy and we can't do most of the other ingredients that are in dairy-free butter, so I just take the brain work out of it and I make my own. It looks like butter, it tastes like butter. And if you're going, where's that recipe? Well, it's in the VIP recipe box. Same thing with the sandwich bread, because that's where I keep stuff. That way I don't have to keep it a secret. So, if you're looking for recipes, please put recipes below. One more thing before we start talking ingredients. And this is important. Why? Because I want to show you that the same flour, the exact same flour blend that I use to make the sandwich bread is the same flour that I use to make these golden sugar donuts. Now again, in these donuts, there's no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectins, no legumes, no nightshade, no active yeast. So clearly, we are not eating water soup at my house, right? We are eating real food. We just use different ingredients to make that. Now, I did not learn this in cooking school. Nobody taught me how to do it. I had to figure it out. And if you're sitting there and you're going, I want to eat real food again, Nina, help me eat real food. Absolutely. I want to teach you how to do that. In my course, Grain-Free Magic, I explode all of the ingredients that I use and walk you through that process step by step. So if you're looking for that, please put magic down below. Okay, so I told you I use a flour blend. Now, way back when, that flour blend was made from coconut, chickpea, and tapioca. And if you want that recipe, just put flour below so I can get you that recipe. And then I came up with an egg replacer. Okay, because the egg replacer, if you can't have eggs like me, you need something to take the place of eggs. And I found that store-bought egg replacers, they didn't do all the things that eggs are supposed to do. Well, what do eggs do? Eggs add protein, moisture, there's four things. They emulsify and they add a lift to a recipe. And please, when this replay is available, you're gonna wanna watch this a couple times, because that's really the deal. Most egg replacers, they beat the rise out of the baked good before you can, before the ingredients are thoroughly mixed. And so that's why when you use a commercially available egg replacer, you get a flatter brownie, okay? Now let's look at the bread. It's soft now, good. Okay. just toasted my bread, and I should probably get a knife for the butter. But first I want to show it to you first. Check that out. You can see there's a lot of rise in that. These air pockets, they're called the crumb, okay? So it's not like it's a dense bread. It's a sandwich bread. It's a sandwich bread. It's made for sandwiches, and it looks like bread, and it tastes like bread. So I do not use that original grain-free flour blend anymore because I have a loved one, my dear wonderful husband, who can no longer have chickpea. But we're not going to let allergies stop us, right? No. Hey, I'm gonna stop and sing for a minute, okay? I want you to sing with me. I am grain-free and I can do anything. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. And if I can develop a second lectin-free flour blend that can still make a bread like this with a lectin-free egg replacer, you can do this too. Now, what ingredients do I use? I've told you that the first flour blend used chickpea, tapioca. Let me grab a knife for the butter. Chickpea, tapioca, and coconut flour. Well, obviously, I'm not going to use chickpea because chickpea is loaded with lectin. So I had to create a lectin-free flour blend, which is what I use here. And I use the lectin-free flour blend in the donuts. I would eat one of these now, but I need to glaze them. I need chocolate glazed sugar donuts, okay? If you're wondering, why don't you do powdered sugar? Because it messes up my face and I love chocolate. So I'm excited. After I get off with you, I am going to make that glaze and stick my face into a chocolate glazed coconut sugar donut. All right, so we'll snack on a little bit of toast and butter. The butter's still a little frozen, but that's okay. So you can see this butter, here we go. This butter, now obviously it's dairy free, but it doesn't look it. It's made with coconut cream. And if you're like, what else? Okay, well, I use other ingredients and techniques to make it look like butter and taste like butter, so that when you taste this butter and my mozzarella cheese and my American cheese and my cheddar cheese, you're not tasting coconut, because coconut's great, but cheese should not taste like coconut, right? If you're gonna make a coconut sugar donut, maybe you want it to taste like coconut. By the way, it doesn't. It tastes like a sugar cookie. Or if you're going to make a coconut cream pie, you would want that to taste like coconut. But for the most part, coconut is my duct tape, but my dairy-free foods don't taste like coconut because I know how to neutralize it, and that's what I teach my VIPs. As a matter of fact, this morning, my VIPs and we met up for the VIP lounge, just a couple of us, and we talked about how we're going to do that. What are we going to use when we make tortillas? And we broke the recipe for tortillas. Other times, we've broken recipes for pierogies or for family recipes, right? So VIPs, our next VIP lounge meetup is going to be the third Wednesday in April at 7:15 p.m. And if you're not yet a VIP, use the link below that Arlene has put there for you so that we can connect and I can give you a tour. We'll walk you through the VIP recipe box and see if it's for you. All right, we're gonna snack on a little toast. Remember, this toast is made using my lectin-free flour blend, little egg replacer, and the butter is made using coconut cream, even though it doesn't taste like it. But let's hop away from that for a quick second. I want to show you my xanthan gum. Most people think that xanthan gum is not grain-free. And it's true that many xanthan gum varieties are made from corn. But this is Authentic Foods xanthan gum. And you can see right on the label, dairy-free, soy-free, nut-free, corn-free. There is no corn in this. I am able to use this safely. I do not react to it. And why does this matter? Well, this matters because we don't want to live the rest of our lives eating only protein and veggies. Everybody deserves pizza and cake on their birthday, right? And so if you want that pizza and you want it to be a nice firm crust, right, then flappy soggy, right, and you want your cake to have a nice crumb to it or your bread to have a nice crumb, you're going to need a binder. Now, what is a binder? Binders replace the gluten. Now, in a grain-free recipe, lots of them rely on eggs as a binder. But if you're like me and you have an egg allergy, you can't do it. As someone who has lived with allergies to grains, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, almond, cashew, peanut, sesame, and other foods for 14 years, I know how boring it can be to just be on a cycle of protein and veggies, and how tempting it can be to just have a little bite. What'll it do? And then you realize, oh, it did it again. And it takes you a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get back to your normal self again. And that is no way to live. I don't think anybody should live like that. And when I found out that the xanthan gum I was using was responsible at first for my digestive discomfort, I was like, that's it. I've got to find something, but I can't use eggs. I can't use other allergens. I tried psyllium husk. No, psyllium husk and I, we do not get along. It gave me nasty gut irritations. So I found Authentic Foods xanthan gum, and I'm able to use it safely because it's corn-free. So getting back to what does the xanthan gum do? It binds. What does that mean? Well, it means that it holds it together. If you have ever made gluten-free or grain-free cookies and they look beautiful and then you pick them up and boop, dust, that is because the binder wasn't present. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, don't be feeling like I'm special. No, I've taught myself all this. I've taught myself this through the mistakes. That's why the blog is called Break a Recipe, because of all the mistakes that I made. But when we break a recipe down and we take out the ingredients like grains, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, almond, cashew, peanut, sesame, and the other stuff that's avoiding us, we build it back together so that we can eat toast again safely, so that we can have pizza and cake on our birthday and good stuff in between. And so we need that binder, because without a binder, if you make a loaf of bread, the bread is nice and tall, and then when it's done baking, it's a doorstop. It's a big squishy doorstop. I made enough of those. No, thank you. So you're going to want a flour replacement. You're going to want an egg replacer. You're going to want a binder. And then you're going to want to learn about sugar. If you're like, what? Well, sugar is highly inflammatory. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't bake with sugar. I bake with different sugars. I bake with natural sugars. And if you've ever tried coconut sugar, it's wonderful. But everything tastes like caramel. And so these are my golden sugar donuts, and they taste like sugar cookies. They don't taste like caramel, right? And so in the sugars module in Grain-Free Magic, I teach about the different sugar substitutes and even how to make powdered sugar that you can use safely, because powdered sugar contains what? A hidden grain, cornstarch. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we are surrounded by all these hidden grains? Those are ingredients made from grains that we don't know are there, and they're wreaking havoc on our body. Now, what's the hidden grain in powdered sugar? Cornstarch, unless it's organic. But since my husband cannot tolerate cane sugar, I make my own. I make my own powdered sugar. So we've talked about replacing flour, replacing eggs, replacing dairy, and neutralizing the flavor so that it doesn't taste like coconut. We've talked about sugars, and you're probably thinking, Nina, I need you to teach me how to do it. Absolutely. So I want you to use my calendar link below and get your name on my calendar. We will meet on Zoom. And what's that going to be like? It's going to be just like this, except I get to see you. And we'll talk about what are your goals for your grain-free lifestyle and how I can support you. I believe you can do this. Everybody deserves pizza and cake on their birthday, and I'm going to help you make that happen, all right? Why? Because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Now, we're not going anywhere yet. You got to sing with me. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. I believe in you. I know you can do this.